In a world that never stops talking, where everyone is desperate to be heard, silence has become rare, and anything rare is powerful. Zeno of Citium, the founder of Stoicism, understood something that modern society has forgotten. The loudest man is often the weakest, and the quietest man often sees everything. Today, we live in an age of instant reactions, instant opinions, instant anger, instant explanations. But Stoicism was never about speed, it was about control. And control begins with silence. This video is not about becoming cold. It is not about isolating yourself. It is not about superiority. It is about clarity. It is about power over the self. It is about learning why Stoics stay silent, pause before reacting, and allow people to reveal who they truly are. Once you understand this, you will stop wasting energy, stop fighting unnecessary battles, and stop being manipulated by emotions that were never yours to carry. Let us begin. Zeno taught that wisdom begins when emotion no longer controls action. Most people speak to release tension. They talk to feel important. They react because silence makes them uncomfortable. But silence does something dangerous. It creates space. And in that space, truth appears. When you speak immediately, you expose your thoughts, your fears, your intentions. But when you remain silent, you stay hidden. A Stoic understands this deeply. Silence is not the absence of confidence, it is the presence of discipline. Zeno believed that the wise man does not rush to respond because rushing is a form of surrender. You surrender to emotion, you surrender to provocation, you surrender to other people's control. Every time you react emotionally, someone else is leading you. Silence puts you back in the driver's seat. Modern society rewards fast reactions. Social media demands opinions. Arguments demand responses. Provocation demands defense. But Stoicism asks a different question. Why must you react at all? Zeno understood that reactions are predictable. Predictable people are easy to control. When someone insults you, they expect anger. When someone challenges you, they expect defense. When someone disrespects you, they expect confrontation. And the moment you give them what they expect, you have lost leverage. The Stoic pause is not hesitation, it is calculation. When you delay your reaction, emotion fades, clarity rises. Anger clouds judgment. Silence clears it. This is why Stoics pause before speaking, not to appear wise, but to be wise. One of the most misunderstood Stoic practices is this: not confronting immediately. Many people believe strength means calling people out, exposing lies, demanding explanations. But Zeno disagreed. He believed people always reveal who they are if you give them time. When you stay silent, people fill the silence. They talk more. They act more. They become impatient, and impatience reveals character. Fake respect fades quickly. True respect does not. When you stop explaining yourself, people show whether they respected you or only benefited from you. This is why Stoics observe instead of accuse. Observation is superior to confrontation. Every interaction has a cost. Some conversations drain you. Some people provoke you. Some situations test your patience. Zeno believed emotional energy is limited, and wasting it on noise is self-destruction. Silence protects your inner state. When you do not react, you do not escalate conflict, you do not absorb unnecessary negativity, you do not carry other people's chaos. Silence becomes armor. Marcus Aurelius later echoed this idea when he wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Silence is how you reclaim that power. One of the hardest Stoic lessons is this: you do not owe explanations to everyone. Most people explain themselves to be liked, to be understood, to be accepted. But Stoicism does not prioritize approval, it prioritizes alignment with reason. Zeno believed that explaining yourself too much is a sign of internal uncertainty. When you know who you are, you don't argue your worth. Silence communicates confidence better than words ever could. The man who explains endlessly seeks validation. The man who stays silent already has it. Stoicism does not teach avoidance. It teaches strategy. There are moments when speaking is necessary, but those moments are rare. Most conflicts escalate because of ego, not truth. Zeno understood that many arguments are not about facts, they're about dominance. Silence removes ego from the equation. When you refuse to engage emotionally, arguments collapse. Provocation loses power. Manipulation fails. The calm man controls the room, not by force, but by presence. Silence is not natural. It is trained. Your mind wants to respond. Your ego wants to defend. Your emotions want release. Stoicism is the art of restraint. Zeno believed freedom comes from mastery over impulse. Every time you choose silence over reaction, you strengthen discipline, and discipline compounds. The more you practice restraint, the less others can control you. Predictability is weakness. When people know how you will react, they can push your buttons. Stoics are difficult to read because they do not reveal everything. Silence creates mystery. Mystery creates respect. People fear what they cannot predict. Zeno understood that being unreadable protects you. Not everyone deserves access to your thoughts. Self-respect is quiet. It does not argue, it does not beg, it does not chase. Zeno believed that dignity is preserved through restraint. When you remain silent instead of reactive, you tell the world, "I am in control." That message is louder than any speech. Stoicism is not passivity. There are moments when action is required, but action must come from clarity, not emotion. Zeno's rule was simple. First, silence, then thought, then action, if necessary. Most people skip the first two. Stoics never do. In relationships, silence reveals intentions. In work, silence reveals respect. In conflict, silence reveals power. In life, silence reveals self-mastery. The world will always try to pull reactions out of you. Stoicism teaches you how to refuse. Zeno never needed to raise his voice. History still remembers him. The strongest men are not loud. They are controlled. Silence is not absence. It is presence. Pause is not weakness. It is intelligence. Observation is not distance. It is wisdom. If you master silence, you master yourself. And when you master yourself, nothing outside you can control you. This is Stoicism. This is discipline. This is Zeno wisdom.